Hi guys, I am back. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here and if you are not, then welcome back. I appreciate you for sticking with me. If you are a subscriber and if you are new, then feel free to join our little community because it is little. It's only 84 of y'all, but I love every single one of y'all because you don't have to be here and you definitely didn't have to stick around. I've been going for a whole year, actually a little over a year, and it's crazy because before I started this, I was like, let me go on and see how long I've been going for just to be able to relay that. And I didn't know it's been over a year, and it's crazy because I've been wanting to come back on here. A few things held me back from that. One being the birth of my son, my beanie butt. I love him. He is in the room with his dad right now, so if he ends up yelling or you hear some noise, then that's just that. I also got engaged. Mind you. Oh, I was like, do I need lotion? I was trying to show off a ring. You need lotion. Anyway, I don't. But yeah, I got engaged, had a baby, had to transition my whole life over. Now, mind you, I did get pregnant in February of last year, and I was posting. I didn't know I was pregnant, y'all. That's the real thing. I didn't find out till I was 10 weeks in May. And I still continued to post May and June, but then I stopped in June, and then now I'm back because finally found my footing. But those two things held me back. Not only that, but this is not my setup. Like I'm so used to, I like the aesthetic look. I like the lights. I like the colors. Like I'm a vibey. Like I like that. So I was like, I don't have what I need, because we're just going through this whole transition and just the priority right now is just everything else. Now, not saying I won't get it together because I am. This is definitely going to be a creative space. But right now I said, you know what? And I kept getting signs like just post the stuff, record the video, do the content, do the stuff. Because it's like at the end of the day, if you're rocking with me, you're gonna rock with me regardless of what it looked like. Me, that was just me and my inner critic saying, no, you don't have all the stuff, you don't have what you need. Look, y'all, I'm back. First of all, I put on a little weight, as you can see. Now, mind you, if you go back to my older videos, like around the time like May-ish, June, I was putting on weight. But I actually lost a lot, y'all. I lost a lot. I was like 163 pounds. Can you imagine that? I'm only 5 feet. 163 mother loving pounds. I ain't never been over 120. But now I'm like 136, 138. I'm trying to drop it down though. Not to my pre-baby weight because I might not get back there, but just at least to like 130 or so. I'm just y'all getting in my business a little bit. And I don't mind it because I'm telling. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all that I am back. And I'm gonna just do like a little collective reading here before I go. I'm excited. You guys, it feels so like I feel like I'm at home, like I'm at peace recording. Even though, like I said in my like yearly update or whatever, like I'm nowhere near where I thought I would be. And now I'm 2 years in, and I'm definitely not nowhere near where I thought I would be. But that's okay because God has a plan for us all, and I'm just looking to find mine out. So I got the oracle cards over here. I got the tarot deck over here. I'm not sure. Like I feel like I'm just going to do a whole new like a revamp with how I do everything. Now, mind you, in the midst of all that, my website, mine, www.theangelicmuse.com, is still there. It's under construction currently, but like I just couldn't keep up with it. So I have to get back to that. So you can't book with me through there, but you can still book with me through my Acuity scheduling, which I will link it down below. You can also follow me on Instagram. I got so tired, I deleted my Instagram. And I don't know why, because now somebody done took my name. I had The Angelic Muse at The Angelic Muse on Instagram, y'all. Somebody took it. I was so sad. Y'all, like I was so hurt because I'm like, who thought of that name? Like that was my name when I first thought of this name. Nobody was even thinking about it. So either way, a bunch of stuff happened, but you live and you learn. I will never do that again. But yeah, I still got my domain though, so that's cool. I got my .com. And I still got my personal IG, which I say, you know what? I'm just going to incorporate everything into one. Smack that. That way I ain't got to keep up with two. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, feel free to do so. Anyway, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully these cards don't take too long to shuffle because I don't like when they take too long to shuffle. But I will be cutting out the extra shuffling if it does. Just if you see a little clip. That's just me because it took too long for the video purposes. I don't mind it myself, but just for recording, I don't really. Anyway, so we are here to find out the message for the collective at this moment in time. And also, I should have said in the beginning, there will be a timestamp if you want to skip my little update, because I'm seriously back, okay? And I really want to try to keep up with this as much as I possibly can. I really do. But you know, baby is the priority. So if he needs me, he needs me, or he needs his dad, whatever. But we split time. So we'll see. I already prayed the cards in and everything, as I always do before the videos, off camera. So just gonna go ahead and start shuffling and see what God wants to say, what the collective message is, what everyone needs to hear that is currently watching this video. You got the Ace of Wands. Also, I'm on the floor, y'all, just by the way. I mean, you probably can tell when I'm sitting. I'm on the floor. Yep. We got a couch over there, but I don't want to sit on the couch. And the King of Cups. Let's get one more. Oh, okay. Oh, well, there's that. That was a lot of cards. That's why I put it back. One more card, please. All right. King of Swords at the back of the deck, and then the third cup was the Eight of Cups in reverse. All right. You know what's so crazy? Because I just feel like this energy is like doubling back on something, like going back on something, not wanting to leave something alone. So, and you know what's crazy? I just feel like it's talking to me. Oddly enough, not me, but like I'm a part of the collective, so I can resonate with this message is what I'm saying. So I feel like you're doubling back on something. You're not willing to walk away from something that your heart desperately wants. Not only that, but it gives you, like, your mind is clear that that's what you want. Like, you're clear on the fact that this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And like, you had a creative spark. So Ace of Wands, you know, it talks about like the beginning of something, like, and you're just sparking your creativity. You're on fire. It lights up your life. It lights up the energy around you. It lights up your entire existence. And the King of Cups, you know, he's ruled by his emotions, not in a bad way, but in a way where he's at peace with it. Like, he can still make shots, call the shots, and make decisions based on his emotions. He's the most in tune with himself, which, you know, I don't know. A lot of people don't have that sensitivity with their emotions where they can like tap into them in that way. A lot of people avoid them, but I don't feel like you do. I feel like you know for a fact that this is what you want. You're not willing to drop every single thing, every cup that you have. Like, those were well worth the investment, and you're seeing that now. And so you're starting over, but just in a new way. I think I'm going to shuffle some more, though. You're starting over, but just in a new way. That's why I said it resonates with me, too. But for you, I think this is your message more than it is mine, because I'm already here. But I feel like that's what you're doing. You got the Knight of Pentacles here. So somebody's process, or maybe all of you who are watching, your process may be a bit slower than you would like for it to be, but it'll be well worth the investment. Like I said, like, you already know that it is, though. But the process is not going to be easy. It's not going to be slow. But the thing about it is that the Knight of Pentacles is very meticulous in his actions. You don't have to be a man. You can be a woman. But you're very slow and methodical in what it is that you're doing. You're taking your time with it this time. You're not rushing into it. And you're balancing out in a way where it works for you. And you're not trying to people please along the way. Knight of Pentacles is not trying to people please. He's actually just trying to get the goal. Like, he's trying to become a king. He's doing it in a way where he's factoring in all things. So, king, again, don't have to be male, but this is just about you using your masculine energy, with using the action side of yourself, the part of you that is also logical, in order to tap into your emotions, if that makes sense. Like, you're thinking twice about your next move versus just jumping into it, which is good, which is really good, because you may have tried, like, I don't know why that quote is coming to me, where doing the same thing over and over again gets you the same results. It's madness or something like that. It's just crazy. Like, I don't know. I can't remember the quote verbatim, but like, it's something about saying if you continuously do the same thing over in the same exact way, you're just going to get the same thing. And at some point, it's just going to be, it's deemed as crazy, because it's like, what made you think that it was going to be any different? You've been doing the same thing. So this could be anything. This could be your approach to love and how you go about your relationships. This could be your approach to a business, and how you, or even at the job you're currently at, like, just going into it more focused. Like, okay, I'm here to get my money and go home. That is what makes me feel good. Like I said, King of Cups, tapped into your emotions. Instead of going into your job feeling like, oh, I have to be everybody's friend, and then people rejecting you, and like, it's like, well, don't do that. Just go into it, get your money, go home, and everything else will fall into place. Same thing with relationships. Don't go into it leading necessarily, like, granted, keep your emotions there, obviously, because it's a relationship and it's something you want to build with someone else in a close way, but think logically about it. Don't give all of yourself at once to anybody, because you don't know a person until you know a person, and then go from there. You got the Justice card that came out. Yes, this is all about balancing it and factoring in every single aspect of it, so that the outcome of it is balanced. It's just. And it feels right to you. It feels right to the other person. And it feels right to just the entire scenario of things, if that makes sense. Then you got the Fool on the back. Now, mind you, the Fool talks about just taking that leap of faith. So this is about you trusting yourself and doing it a new way, because it's scary. Doing, like, change is scary. Just going about, like, a shift in any way. Like, if you're used to, say, for example, like, you are more like closed off. I'm just giving an example. Say you're more closed off when it comes to, I'm just talking relationships. And you go in guarded, or you go in like, or you can go in the opposite way. Like, you can go in like, oh yeah, I want you, and I'm just obsessed. Like, this is my person, blah, 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 whatever. And it's like, you always end in heartbreak, or you end in like not getting close enough if you're guarded. This is you doing the opposite of that, and it's scary, because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm always so guarded, but now I have to, like, kind of edge myself into this, thinking logically about it, but also just taking my time and easing my way into this. And it's scary, because it's like, damn, what if I get my heart broken? And on the other end, it's like, I'm going into it and I'm not giving so much of myself. I'm slowing down, but I also feel like I feel like I'm not giving enough. But you're taking your time. But again, like, this is you not giving up. This is you not giving up on all those cups, because you built that. You built this brick by brick. If you know, you know. Anyway, that's some Snowfall, y'all. I built this shit brick by brick, and I'll be damned if I let them. Okay, I'm not gonna go cursing. Anyway, let's pull some Oracle cards. I'm gonna do the Moonology Oracle deck first. I was going to say the back of the deck, but I didn't even shuffle them yet, so that's not relevant. Let's see. Uh-oh. Oh my God. This was the back of the deck card. I swear this. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. And you know, full moons are intense as F. Okay? Full moons talk about, like, releasing something. So this is you releasing that old way. Just getting to a point where you're just sick of it. You're like, okay, I gotta just do the shit. Like, I gotta do it. I'm tired of the same results yielding the same results. I'm tired, like, and you need to surrender. You need to surrender control. You need to surrender what your thought process looks like. You need to surrender what your idea of it looks like, the outcome of it, all of that. You need to just surrender and just flow. That's what this card pretty much talks about. And again, like I said, full moons are intense, so it's a lot of stuff that's probably going to come up with this, but it's going to end very, very well for you because you're trusting in God. You're trusting in the entity, the spirit that has the most say so in all of this. You don't technically have all the say so. Like, you're just passenger, okay? You're not driving the car. You, like, say, okay, you driving the car, but there's also an instructor next to you telling you what to do, if that makes sense. So you do have control over it. I'm not saying you don't at all, but you are more so, you don't know the end result. You don't. We don't. So you can keep it in your mind, like, okay, this is going to end well for me, but how well, you just don't know, because it could end up way better than you're thinking. So there's that. Let's see, man, 15 minutes. Look, y'all, a reason I'm gonna look at the time at this point, I used to wonder like how much time I was doing, and just for the sake of like time, but now I'm looking at it because I got so many pictures of my baby on my phone that I'm like, I can only record a certain amount. So I don't know how much I can record. We'll see. But I know this thing will cut off on me mid-reading, so I'm just going to try to be quick with it. I'll pull a couple more. Okay. A win-win outcome is forecast. Another full moon, but this one's in Libra. And mind you, you got the Justice card, Libra card. This talks about regardless of which, there's no way you can lose, okay? There's no way you can lose. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it, okay? Because it's working. It is working in your favor, and it's balancing out. Even if you feel like at times, oh my gosh, like, again, I'm not doing enough, or I'm doing too much, or whatever. Whatever the opposite of whatever you're used to doing, you're doing it well. And you're doing it, God is so pleased and so proud of you. Now, mind you, I'm not God, but I'm just saying, I get this overwhelming feeling of like, yes, this is it. Like, I feel like this sense of excitement in me, and it's not just for me being back on here, trust me, because I'm used to being on here, so it's not that, it's just I'm just excited for whatever it is that you're feeling. It's weird. So anyway, I'm gonna pull one more for this. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Yes, so this one I want to kind of read. Oh, I can't read it from the book because I wanted to read it from the book, but here's what I'm getting though. I'll just go do my intuitive thing. So you see this card, you see this card, and you see this card. They're all like a purplish color. They got different color cards in this thing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like look at this one. It's like a brownish card, a bluish card. What I'm getting is third eye. Like this is opening. This is all about your intuition speaking to you. This is your intuition telling you, yes, this is the thing. So this is really just a confirmation for the collective right now that whoever reaches this video, whatever time you reach this video, because it's timeless, you are on the right path, and you need to just keep going. Do not let anything steer you away from whatever course you're on at this exact moment in time. Don't even let yourself do it, because let me tell you, like I said, I done talked myself. I'm just using myself an example, not trying to incorporate myself into this reading, but that's just something I do sometimes. And like I said, I was holding myself back and saying, oh, I don't have enough time, the background's not nice, whatever, and I pushed myself to do it. And if you know me, which I know a lot of y'all don't, but if you know me, you know how I am about like aesthetics and just having everything perfect. And it's like, everything ain't got to be perfect, girl. Just do the damn thing. Just do it and feel good about doing it because you're doing it. That's how you need to feel, regardless of what it is, whether this is business, relationship, family related matters, whatever the case may be, something within yourself, something you're breaking free from. You are doing it in a way that suits your greatest, highest good. And that's just it. And the energy is gaining momentum. Like I said, Knight of Pentacles energy definitely is slower, but it's well worth it. In the end, you are going to be so proud that you took your time and you learned the lessons. You wouldn't want to be Knight of Wands in this situation. You just rushing through something and not thinking about it. You wouldn't want to be Knight of Swords because that's similar energy. Maybe not as fast, but definitely up there with it. And the Knight of Cups, we're not running off emotions at this point in time. Yes, it's heart-led, like I said, with the King of Cups here, but this is the final boss here. Okay, Knight of Pentacles is what you're currently in, and you want to do that as slowly, not as slowly, but like as, I don't know why the word meticulously keeps coming to my mind, but as meticulously as possible. as well thought out as possible, but it's gaining momentum, and pretty soon it's going to pick up. But the thing is, you don't want everything at once. You don't want the proposal right now, because if you do, you don't. Marriage is like a crazy jump. Like, say if it's a relationship, you don't want to just leap right, like, oh, I want them to propose to me. Like, no, you want to take your time, get to know the person. There's maybe something that pops up that you don't like in the end. Now you're going to find out being at Knight of Pentacles. Same with business matters. Say you're like, oh, I just want, like, say for example, you're on YouTube like me, and you're like, oh, I just want all the subscribers. No, you don't, because you know why? Now you're gonna have to keep up with that and feel pressured. Like, oh, in the back of my mind, I have thousands of subscribers. I have to get this out. Whereas it's like, no, I can take my time. I can give them my most authentic self. I don't have to burn myself out, be 10 of wands out this month. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to do all that. What else is there? I'm just trying to tap into everything. Say you're at a job. Like I said, you don't want, like, say for example, you go in there and you're like, oh, I want the promotion, this and that. You actually don't want to rush to a promotion, because then you're going to take on more. You don't know what comes behind that promotion. You know what you see, but you don't know everything, because a lot of the times what's highlighted is the good stuff. A lot of the time, sometimes you see like a little inkling, but you don't know it until you're in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think of a situation that you were before you got into it, and ask yourself, did you know everything before you got there? I can guarantee you the answer is going to be no. You didn't know everything. You didn't, because some stuff you just got to experience for yourself, and you want to do it the right way. That way you learn all the lessons. So, no, I'm gonna skip to the next one. I'm going to skip to the next one. Okay, let's see what lessons you are currently learning throughout this process. What lessons? Oh, you hurt my stomach? I don't know. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Another purplish card. So this could have to do with relationships, friendships, family, something like that. Something with other people involved. I'll get into that in a minute, though. Or, you know what? Let me get into it now, because what just came to me is kind of strange. It actually had everything to do with yourself and how you talk to yourself. Now, when you think of like the type of friend you would want, you would want somebody that motivates you. You would want somebody that encourages you, somebody who's there for you. You would want somebody who trusts your judgment, things like that. Now, ask yourself, do you do all those things for yourself? Do you understand yourself? Do you trust yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you appreciate yourself in all that you're doing? Because that is what this is going to teach you in this moment, is how to do all those things for yourself. It's not about other people. It's not about outside anything, that even the goal that you're trying to reach at this moment. It's about how you talk to yourself, and are you a friend to yourself during these processes that don't feel good? Like I said, it's not the most comfortable thing. It's not necessarily, it's pushing you out of your comfort zone, but throughout that process, you will want somebody who's there for you, that can encourage you in the best of ways. And ask yourself, do you do that for yourself? Do you do that for yourself? And are you surrounded by people who do that for you? Because if not, then, because it can also talk about outside sources, whether, like I said, family, friends, someone else. Are they encouraging you? And if not, then, you know, now don't get me wrong. If somebody has your best interest at heart, and they're just not executing it well, that's one thing. But then there are other people who just have nasty intentions, who just don't want to see you do well or better than them. Ask yourself, is that worth bringing with you where it is that you're going? Because if it's not, then you need to cut that out. If you've already seen the person or people for who they are, then what else do you need to see? Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Another purple card. I'm telling you, this third eye, all this in here is just coming out. It's definitely coming out in this reading. This is about trusting yourself, trusting that you can do it, trusting that, like I said, you got to be your biggest cheerleader. You got to talk to yourself in a way that works, in a way that helps you to thrive and to be a better person after all is said and done. You know, because even if you were to lose it all today or tomorrow, whatever, because you just never know how life works. But right now it's looking good. Like I said, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm just saying you still would want to know, like, okay, rejection is redirection. A no is just for that particular situation. That doesn't mean that it's a no all across the board, because that just means something else is greater. Something else greater is coming from me. And then that just popped right out. Okay, I didn't know what to do. This is balance, but it did come out in reverse. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So this seems like, and it's another purplish card, y'all. Oh my gosh. So this does seem like, like I said, it came out in reverse. So there are a few of you that are not in balance with yourself just because of the, I guess maybe the process that you're going through. But this can be turned upright, which I did turn it upright just to set the vibes. But again, it says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Don't judge yourself for your past. Don't judge yourself for not knowing. Don't judge yourself for any of the mistakes you've made. And I know, easier said than done. Trust me, I freaking know. But it's possible, and that's the biggest thing that you want to keep in the back of your mind or in the front of your mind, wherever works for you, because to have an imbalance internally is going to show externally, and it's going to show in everything you do. It'll spill out, and you don't want that to consume your energy or just be the thing that keeps you from being your best self, you know, going to that, like climbing to the top of that mountain. Like I said, and speaking of that, like I said, the Fool card here, that was your back of the deck energy. It talks about jumping off that mountain at the end of the day. So you want to build yourself up, get through all those hurdles and all that, and finally take that leap of faith, and you're going to be there. Sorry, y'all, I just smacked my little legs. It was like louder than I. Y'all, I'm just so happy to be back. Oh my gosh. I hope this is resonating with y'all. I mean, I assume it would resonate with whoever is. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do the back of the deck. That was the back of the deck before I jumped to this one. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Like I said, don't judge yourself for your mistakes. It's not a failure. It's a redirection to something better. Because God don't want to see you lose. God wants to see you win. Other people, outside sources, earthly shit wants you to lose. You know, like stuff that is of the earth. that's where the hurdles and things come in. It's not God. And don't ever think you're alone in this. Don't ever think you don't have the support of your angels. Don't ever think that your ancestors are not the highest, greatest, the ones of light. Don't ever think that they don't have your best interests at heart. Don't ever think that they're not surrounding you. Their blood runs through you. Okay. Next deck. This is what is this called? Wisdom of the Oracle deck. We almost out of here, y'all. Oh, it's been 28 minutes. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna edit this. I might just throw it up, because I'm just excited. All right, let's see. What does the collective... Oh, there we go. Exchanging gifts. 27 is the number that is... Wait a minute. Come on now. Come on. You're going to trust me, because the Zoom is not... What? I don't know why I did that. Exchanging gifts represented by the number 27. You may have a cat. That's nice. Me too. My Auntie Bonnie. She is... Why was I about to say she is out there? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so this girl, she's dancing. You don't have to be a dancer or anything like that. But basically, the thing I'm picking up here is, like, so cats are pretty, like, aloof. They don't really care. They do their own thing. And I feel like that is how you want, like, that's the mindset you want to embody when it comes to this. You don't want to think about what outsiders are saying, because I feel like that might be a big thing here for some reason. Like, how am I going to be perceived? What are people going to think of me? What if somebody doesn't like it? It's like, okay, do you have a gift or not? Guess what? Let me tell you something. There's at least one other person that has the same gift, or wants to see your gift, rather, I should say. They want to see your gift. This one just jumped out. I'm going to read it in a minute, but they want to see your gifts. And is that not, granted, you may want more, but those people probably know people who know people who know people who want to see your gifts also. So it's like a word of mouth thing. So even if you just put yourself out there, you'll come across like-minded individuals who resonate with you, and you may want to see their gifts. And it's just like a ping pong thing. And then next thing you know, it's a whole community of y'all like just out here doing the damn thing. You're not thinking of it. You don't even have time to think about what someone else is saying or doing that doesn't really have anything nice to say in the first place. So, but I'm thinking, like I said, this cat energy keeps coming to me. And I don't know the name of that cat, but maybe you do. It's like I think it's like a tabby. I don't know. What is this called, y'all? Like the Zoom is about to work. That cat. And it was the 27. But 27 does go down to a 9. That means the end of a cycle is approaching. I'm telling you, y'all on to something big. And I love it for you. I really do. And it's kind of pink. So it kind of goes along with this third eye purple. I mean, it's purple, but whatever. We're just going to flow with it, okay? It goes along with that. I feel like, and even when you think of dancing, there's so many different styles of dancing. And there's so many different, like, you know what just came to my mind? And I said this quote earlier too to somebody. And I was like, because I heard it. It was like this guy, he was talking about how many different types of bread, like how many different, like, name brand breads. Like if you go into the store, you see a bunch of different of the same, it's bread, like it's just bread, but different companies with the same thing. Somebody's buying that brand you're not even thinking about. Somebody's buying the next brand you're not even thinking about. Somebody's buying the brand you do think about, the one you like, your most favorite, second favorite, whatever the case may be. That does not stop those other businesses from making money, the ones that you don't buy from. They still making money because somebody likes it. Somebody is going to love you. Like I said, I don't care if this is relationship, business, your own creative outlets, whatever the case may be. Somebody is going to love the shit out of that, okay? Somebody already does. But you're not putting yourself out there if you're imbalanced and you're not allowing yourself to push yourself out of that negative mindset. But I feel like most of you are, or you're at least at that bridge where you're like, oh, should I cross it? Or you're crossing it slowly. Yeah, so keep going. Just keep going, and you got it. And look, this is the card that flew out, and it's yin. That is number 2. 2. And I don't know why I thought about, I don't know why I thought about the 2 of Cups. Again, another like exchanging, intimate exchange. So even if it starts out as you and one other person, that's all you need to get going. You just need somebody to motivate you. And if it can't be yourself, if you have a friend that has been telling your ass to get off the couch or whatever it is that you want and do your thing. And if you don't have that friend, I am that friend for you right now. And I'm telling you to do it, okay? Because you're not obviously leaving it alone. You're not leaving it alone. You're not. You don't want to. Your heart doesn't want to. You just got to go into it with a different approach. That's all. So I'm going to get one more. Okay, don't do that. All them cards flying out like that. All right, let's see. One more. Oh my goodness. Y'all, my stomach is growling. I gotta eat. All right, one more. Happy 26. And 26 dwindles down to the number 8, or adds up to the number 8, which is about balance. That's how you had it. This is how it is. No, but seriously, it talks about balance. And if I'm not mistaken, happy card talks about just like, obviously you're being happy, but you're just not even like, it's a place where, and it's not like the milk and honey card, don't get me wrong, because that milk and honey card talks about just being in a place of like, you don't need anything. Happy talks about just your emotions, and you just feeling like, I couldn't be, like, this is the closest thing to perfection to me. It's not necessarily perfection because it has its ups and downs, but I don't even care because I'm just happy I did it. Like, I'm happy I'm in this place of like joyousness. I'm happy that I conquered my fears. I'm happy that I did the thing. I really wish I had I got the book on my phone, but I can't look at it because I'm recording. But if I had my other phone, I would be able to look. But either way, it does. And even just looking at her, I'll just intuitively, just looking at her, first of all, she's standing on an egg with a key lock in it. That egg right there represents your gift. That represents it. It's fragile. You want to protect it. Whatever's inside of that egg, it could break depending on who's handling it, what you're allowing into it. But there's a key here. You have the key to that. Only you can unlock this. She's dancing on it. There's some balloons here, and I just feel like this talks about you just being light, feeling free, feeling like you have a burden and a weight lifted off your shoulder once you actually do the thing, once you actually cross the bridge, once you actually do it differently and you take your time. Oh my God. Y'all, look at the back of the mother freaking deck. Oh my God, please zoom. Y'all, I cannot make this stuff up. That is the milk and honey card I was talking about. I swear to you. Oh my God, I was not looking. I swear, right hand of God. I'm telling you, y'all, that is the want for nothing card. Like, if you think about the Bible and it talks about the land of milk and honey, like, you literally are in the place you need to be. And you did the work to get there. I got chills. Oh my God. Okay, man. And this is my first time back. So I'm really like, no, I've been pulling cards for myself. And I also was working for a psychic hotline. Not hotline, but like the chat line for a little bit. But I might make a story time about that. I don't know. But so it's not like I haven't been pulling cards, but this is the first time back on YouTube in this joint. Okay. All right, two more decks. If I can push it out, hopefully. Oh my gosh, God, please. All right, let's see. This is the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck here. Let's see what we have here. Successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. The zooming. You are well taken care of. Don't worry about this shit. Don't worry about that outside shit. I told you this earthly shit is what's going to hold you back. You have an idea that God put in you. That is your idea. And you were fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. You can't possibly think he told you to do this for no reason. You can't possibly think he brought you this far, brought you through all these trials and tribulations, made you start and restart and do it over again, and it still has not left your freaking heart. It has not made you have not walked away from it at all and possibly think, damn, this ain't for me. It is for you. It is. I got chills, and it's not because I'm cold. Y'all, it started with a spark, okay? It started with that Ace of Wands. That is God putting his hand on you and giving you the thought, the idea. And now what do you want to do with it? Now, granted, it took you some falling down and some getting back up and some falling down and some getting back up, but you got back up. I already told y'all this damn card said, okay? It said a win-win outcome is in the forecast. You're going to win regardless. That's why you ain't giving up. Let me tell you something. And it's purple. You got to trust your intuition. Money and intuition are not the same thing. They're completely opposite ends of the spectrum. One is spiritual, one is earthly. One is not of this world and one is. You can't allow that stuff to hold you back. You cannot. You cannot. Let's go. Let's go. Okay? I like it. I'm so happy for you. Happy. Oh, okay. We got two cards that came out at the same time. So I ain't got a phone no more. I'm gonna look at the back of the deck in a minute. You got let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? I said this. Let go of guilt. Let go of what you didn't do. Let go of like the shit that makes you imbalanced. Let go of, damn, I messed up. Yeah, okay. Rejection is redirection. Yeah, I didn't get it. Okay. Rejection is redirection. You didn't get a no yet. Not a final no, at least. Somebody might have said no to you. Somebody might have broke your heart. Somebody might have said no to your business. Think of J.K. Rowling. I don't know how many times that lady got denied, but do you see how big Harry Potter is? Who else was it? Was Twilight one of them? I don't know. I didn't really see Twilight. I'm not a Twilight girl, but I was a Harry Potter girl, and I know J.K. Rowling went through some stuff to get there. Not even that. Squid Game. You watch Squid Game? He got rejected a bunch of times. A bunch of times. And then somebody was like, yeah, we give it a shot. You see how big Squid Game is? Or Squid Games? You gotta allow your light to shine. The only way you can do that is by tapping into your intuition, and it's already there. Like it's not going nowhere. You could give up on this all right now. You could, but your intuition is still gonna call you to it with that Eight of Cups in reverse. I'm telling you right now, you've built a whole lot. You've learned a whole lot. You use that shit as fuel. Like, okay, this way didn't work. This way didn't work. But maybe if I tweak it in this way, then it will. And then you got quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can, what did I say? It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. I have been talking about earthly things and things that distract you this whole, well, not the whole entire time, but this failure, all these failures you're thinking about. What else was it? You having to surrender and being uncomfortable with it. What else? I've even talked about the Knight of Pentacles here, who, again, the process is slower than all the other knights, which can be uncomfortable. It can make you feel like, damn, is this really for me? Or like, am I even doing it the right way? Because it just feels like unfamiliar territory. But if you get quiet enough, if you actually pay attention to it, 9 times out of 10, the reason why you're so confused with what it is that you should be doing is not necessarily because of anything inside of you. It's because of external shit and like you seeing other people do it a different way or what you think is a different way. And that's really not even the truth. Like you're just getting half of the story. And like I said, people don't always post their lows and like they don't always post their like whatever the trials and tribulations, and they don't post the negative parts of their journey. They only post, like you'll see somebody one day, you don't know who they are, the next day they blow up, but you don't know what they went through within that process. Like that's not just like an instant thing. Maybe for some people it is, but guess what? Whatever burns fast dies faster. Like it's not necessarily like you think of one hit wonders who just come out of nowhere with something like, oh yeah, that's a hit, but they can't keep up with it. I'm not going to say no names, but there are a bunch of people who just have this one big single, thinking music wise, and like you never hear from them again because they couldn't keep up with it. So there's that. And then on the back of the deck, you have deservingness. I almost forgot to do the back of the deck. And this says, you are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. Again, this goes back to this friendship card here. Are you a friend to yourself? Because again, just think about the type of friend you would want and ask yourself, are you that way within yourself? Because the thing about it is that you deserve everything that it is that you are working hard towards right now in this moment. And the key is to not doubt yourself. Because like I said, God put the idea in you. And only you can execute it. But you got to be able to follow the path that is meant for you too. And it might not feel like, at times it might feel like, damn, do I deserve this? Is this for me? But like, yes, it is for you. It is for you. And you just got to stay the course and it will be so. But just know that even when you are doubting yourself, that there's always somebody higher than you, stronger than you, more powerful than you, that feels like you are deserving. And that is a testament in itself, because nobody else's, the ultimate opinion that matters isn't even the one that you have. It's God's opinion. Or not, I won't say opinion, but just the way that he views you and how he views all of us. And this is equal. Nobody is better than the other. So just because you see somebody else having something that you want, or that you're striving for so hard and just haven't been able to attain, it doesn't mean it's not meant for you. It just means your path is a little different. And that's okay too, because you'll have a different story to tell. You don't want to be like anybody else anyway. You want your own unique way to go. That way you have your own way of sharing your story with other people, and just getting it out there in a way where it's like, okay, well, I did it too. And not, maybe not that way, but I actually have a more in-depth story to tell. I have lessons in here that could help other people, or whatever the case may be. So finally, we have the last deck, which is the Beyond the Self Oracle deck. I'm going to pull 3 cards from here, see what we get. Listen to your body and do what it is asking you. And look at that fish jumping from one small bowl to the bigger bowl. This is growth right here. This is talking about growth. Like I said, like, you got to think, when you think of your intuition and you think of, just like, we're spiritual. We're humans, obviously, but we're also spirits. You think of, like, what is your body pulling you towards? What is your mind telling you? What just hold on to that. And if it's telling you to take that leap of faith, like I said, your full card, back of the deck energy is telling you to take that leap of faith. And this is going to, granted, you're comfortable in this small bowl. You're comfortable with what it is that you know. But if you jump into that bigger bowl, yeah, it'll be a bit overwhelming, because it's like, wow, I got all this space to move around and I have nothing to do with it. I don't even know where to go next. But just trust that you do know. Trust that you do know. And if you don't know, that you are capable of finding out. But don't ignore those signs, because what goes on internally shows up externally. And you don't want to stress yourself out in that way. That is not healthy in any form or fashion, okay? 2 more. I got my finger. Live your life with both feet in. Commit fully to being here. This is not 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door energy. This is talking about you, again, like I said, taking that leap of faith and just sticking to your guns when it comes to this. Standing your ground and knowing, like, being secure in the thought, being secure in the actions you take, being secure in the moves, the steps. Like I said, if you are ever the Knight of Pentacles is not insecure about whatever move he's making, because he started out. He started out so, like, he will sit there until he figures out, like, okay, is this right or wrong? Now, granted, nobody's saying stall out. Nobody's saying that at all. And I don't think that's what you're going to do. But I think that it's going to naturally come to you once you quiet your mind and you're able to really think clearly without the outside distractions. You'll, 1 step at a time, 1 step at a time, 1 step at a time. You're not just fully running into something, because you miss so much stuff. Just think of it like, if you're physically running, you can see stuff beside you and in front of you, but you don't even have time to turn around because you're running. If you do that, you might trip. But if you're step by step, you can even look behind you and see, okay, this is what I did. This is how I have to move next. You can even see your past. You can see, like, the mistakes that you've made, or the redirections you've had to take in your past, because you can turn around and, okay, this way works, this way works, this way works. And before you know it, you're going to be at the end of the finish line. And then you will have a new race to run. And it's going to be filled with so much growth that you got this. Okay, 1 more card, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Stop caring about what they think. This is your life to live, love. Wait, this is your life to love and live. Stop caring about what they think. I keep telling y'all, these external, and that Quiet Retreat card talks about that too. Stop caring about, like, outside noise. You got to quiet that shit. You got to turn that shit off. Like, that's why I said, if you're around people with this friendship card, if you're around people, whether it be family, friends, whatever, you make sure that they're there for you and they're not trying to um bully you out of your dreams or bully you out of what's right for you, and make sure you're not doing that to yourself. Again, I can't stress that enough. If you're a friend to yourself, you'll know when somebody else is not being a friend to you. You'll know it, and you will not settle for less because you don't deserve to. You don't deserve to. You deserve the best, and you deserve the what you work hard for, and all the good things. And then the back of the deck says you must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. Again, this talks about you releasing those past mistakes that you've made, releasing like, damn, I didn't do it right this time. I'm what if I fail? You know, it's like you're only thinking of that based on your past. You're only thinking about that's past versions of yourself. You got to love yourself in all aspects of life. And I know it's hard sometimes because we tend to be our worst critics and things like that, but you have to free yourself, free your mind, and free the path that, like, you got to be able to clear that. And it's a bunch of clutter in front of it, and it's filled with regret and doubts and fears and negativity and stuff like that. You got to clear that shit out and do it as meticulously, like I said, as you need to. Take your time. Don't rush it, because that's how you end up back at square one. But yeah, so I'm so happy, guys. Anyway, I'm about to get off here because it's been almost an hour. Oh my goodness. So I thank y'all so much for being here. I hope that this resonates with you. If it does, please like the video. You can also subscribe to join our community, and you can drop a comment below if that is your thing, letting me know how it resonates. Also, like I said below, before, I will be linking all of my social media links down below. And if you would like to book a personal session with me, that will be down below as well. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here. There will be plenty more where this came from, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or your night.